I have only one question, and it's a very simple question. Why are we here? Geneva, Switzerland. Why is Geneva, in fact, the headquarters of our association?
Because when you are really serious about defining the purpose of a company, it's actually a pretty intimidating question.
We'll spend a day without any cosmetics at all. Toothpaste, anything with fragrance in it, nothing. Spend 2 days, 3 days. What would your life be like? You'll be horrible, unbearable.
1973, the creation of IFRA, a scientific organization setting standards, managing the risks.
And all these discussions are intended to be held in a truly global context, not only in Europe, but in many developing countries in Asia, Africa, and Latin America.
You need to have a very strong emotion when you have the first scent, the first smell. And we are very keen to keep this emotion through a lot of the development path.
It is answering a consumer need. It has been created in 21. It is voluntary, but we are really aiming to deploy it much more. What is going to be essential for us moving forward is to preserve a capacity to innovate. It's all about creating trust.
Rather than just focusing on buzzwords that they're hearing through social media.
When I joined in 2016, I was asked one thing: can you create a seamless global collaboration? The fragrance industry is a global industry, has always been a global industry.
The European Green Deal should be the growth strategy for Europe. The objective of the Green Deal is to transform the European Union into a resource-efficient, competitive and resilient industry.
Bear in mind that our legislation is already extremely advanced, I would say, if you also look in a worldwide perspective.
Proposal will establish as a principle that information which is essential for consumer health and safety always has to be on the label.
Makes our sector specific, even unique, is being very proactive and also very advanced.
We have to be ambitious, but legislation has to be enforceable and workable.
Carbon neutrality, it's huge. 1 trillion euro in investment to move carbon neutral in the coming years.
To promote the collaboration. This is what we have observed with the CLP, and this is a very important thing.
We have this open dialogue and where we can talk about the facts and figures and also the way forward. It's absolutely appreciated.
So we need to think it through and we need to build on our strength. Single market, there's still a lot that can be done. Let's build on that. We have a good social protection in Europe. Let's build on that.
You know, we do see this overwhelming trend of what I would say is incoherent and conflicting regulation. What we as industry have to do is educate all the regulators. The CLP was created for management of mass handling of chemicals in transportation and production at the factory level.
We have measured habits and practices data. How are people using products? How often are they using them? Which part of the body are they applying these products to?
A huge change that I have seen over the past decades is that almost every regulatory agency around the world is now talking about NAM.
There's a void of information, there's a void of education, and there's a void of advocacy that would actually make the consumers become our advocates.
I'm always amazed by the level of energy, passion, and dedication that they show. And especially today, when there is a lot of adversity, it's really not a small feat for them to keep this level of dedication and passion, and it really demonstrates their leadership skills.